Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So do I have a video clip for you today? You guys aren't going to want to miss this one. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of talking politics on this channel, even though that's just kind of the nature of things these days. I try and remind myself that the politics of today will help determine our Second Amendment rights tomorrow. So it is very important that we know what's going on. But I just saw this video clip of Tim Walz at a rally that you guys have to see. It got me 100% fired up. I think it's going to have you guys fired up too, so stay tuned. Now, real quick before we get started, a great way to support this channel is to, one, subscribe. It's free, it only takes a second, but it really does help us out quite a bit. And the second is to check out the main sponsor of this channel, especially if you're somebody who carries to defend yourself, your loved ones, and others. Don't go it alone. If you're somebody who carries to defend yourself, you need a lawyer in your back pocket, and that's what you get with Attorneys on Retainer. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on here, and I'll show you that video clip in just a second. But the one thing you want to keep in mind while you're watching this clip is that they view this as a bad thing. This is a scary thing for Tim. This is something that Tim can't possibly fathom, that the left can't possibly fathom. It would mean the end of everything for them, and so this is a real hard panic. This is panic mode on level 10. So let's go ahead and show the clip, and we'll talk about it afterwards.
Think about this in the next 4 years. If he gets elected, he could appoint up to 3 more justices to an institution that already gave him immunity. That would mean that Donald Trump will have appointed 6 of the 9 Supreme Court justices. Let's go!
Sorry if you were wearing headphones, I had to throw the long let's go at the end there, because to me, that's the greatest thing that I've heard all year. That should be enough right there to get you off the couch to go do your civic duty. For them, it's absolutely terrifying because they want the ability to put activists on the Supreme Court. The people who they would appoint to the Supreme Court would be there long after all these campaigns are over and new administrations have come and gone, because it's a lifetime tenure. And so if they can just get an activist on there who can interpret the Constitution in their way, then they can do whatever they want. But the fact that there might be a chance that the Supreme Court would be filled with people who actually follow the rule of law and the hard truth and text of the Constitution terrifies them, because they wouldn't be able to do what they want. You know, they've talked about packing the Supreme Court. They've talked about making changes so that it would be more malleable and more fitted to their own ideals. The ideals that we're looking for are the American values that we've had in this country forever. That's basically what we are looking for. We want our individual liberties. We want our individual rights. They seem to want to take those away, but the Constitution and the current Supreme Court is kind of standing in their way. So for me, that's really what's at stake here. It's the Supreme Court. It's these lifetime tenures, and who is going to be there to fill these vacancies. I want somebody who, again, follows the Constitution and the rule of law in the way that it was written, without some weird, drawn out interpretation of it. That is the Supreme Court that I want. And so, again, that to me is, I think, the biggest issue. You think about cases that have been up there recently that got denied cert or were sent back down. Talk about all of the Illinois cases that were drawn out for 6 weeks and then sent back down. That would have had a big effect on our Second Amendment rights, where I feel like if we had a bigger majority, those cases might have been actually taken up, and we might have seen a solid positive outcome from those cases. But I worry that these justices right now are worried about retribution or any possible blowback from that, so they might be a little bit hesitant to take those cases. But I think that if the majority of the Supreme Court was more on our side, the Constitution side, we'd probably see more cases go up, get accepted, and come out in our favor. To me, that's what's at stake here, and that's why I'm making this video. So while they see that as a bad thing, they see that as that's something that's destructive to their ideas, we see it as something that is positive for American values and ideals. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I know that they're terrified of it, but hey, I think we got this in the bag. We'll see what happens. Nonetheless, if you're somebody who doesn't usually get off the couch, maybe this is the year that you actually do that, because again, it's going to have consequences that are going to exceed far beyond the next 4 years. So just keep that in mind. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. You guys have a great day.